Good evening. Some of you know me, some of you don't. My name is James Manley. Before I start, I will actually point out that what I'm going to do now could actually get me into a serious amount of trouble. That much so that it could actually end up putting me in prison. But this video is pretty much basically about forced adoption. Now, many of you don't know me, but even the ones that do don't know everything about me. Me myself, I've got a personality disorder. Makes life hard sometimes, not a biggie, but the biggest problem would be anxiety. I suffer from anxiety on a great level actually. Don't like being in situations where I'm in public with lots of people around me, especially if I'm centre of attention, like they're looking, talking, whatever about me. I certainly don't like being embarrassed in public. Which leads me on to one of my main points. A couple of weeks back, 2 to 4 weeks ago, I organised a rally for forced adoption outside Exeter Crown Court. Many different people from different locations said they'd turn up. But on the day, 2 people turned up, myself and my wife. Neither of us really felt comfortable staying and doing it, but after a little while we kind of got the strength and courage to kind of stay there and go through it. All the time we were there, 4 people gave us their time and listened to what we had to say in that. 4 people. Well, this Saturday from 12 till 6 we will be in Exeter again, this time right outside Exeter Central Station. There's going to be about 6 times the amount of people crossing our path this time. It's going to be a hell of a lot busier and shed loads more people. A fair few more people this time have actually said that they're going to be coming. Many more saying that they may do. Now, me myself, in my heart, I've got a really strong feeling that pretty much it'll be me and the wife again. I'm really hoping that I'm wrong this time. It would be really good to have support from others, kind of standing there with us, trying to get the message out to people about forced adoption, and how easy it is for you to be happy in your own little life with your children, for literally social knocking your door and 9-10 months down the line they've been removed and you're now sitting there on your own, or you and your partner, and not a single kid anywhere near you or in your household. Long-term foster care, SGOs, but mainly it's adoption against your permission or your wishes. I'll move on to kind of introduce you to my family. Now, just bear in mind, all 5 of my children have been taken away. The reason for that, pretty much all based on lies and facts that were extremely wrong and false. Basically, literally the entire case they put before the court was a load of bollocks. But they removed them on the what would you say? Basically, their reasons were future possible emotional abuse. But anyway, I'll move on to introduce you to my family. This here is myself with my youngest son, William Manley. But I'll move on to the main pictures, more recent pictures than anything. This one here is my daughter, my youngest. Her name is Leia. She's 4 years old. She's an extremely loving and affectionate child, and always happy, bubbly, and an absolute joy to be around. You wouldn't believe how much like we miss her, and how much it hurts, and just the first 2 hours of being back in the house after they basically removed them, it was hell. I can't even begin to tell you or stress to you how hard it was and how hard it still is. The photo I showed you just before my daughter was William, this is the most recent photo of William. He is 5 years old, just like his sister, always happy, very bubbly, also very affectionate, also an absolute joy to be around. My middle one, this is Shannon, same as her younger sister and brother, always happy and bubbly. Pretty much, actually, to be honest, all 5 are always happy, bubbly, and all 5 are very affectionate towards myself and their mum. All of them are an absolute pleasure and joy to be around. Don't get me wrong, all 5 of them are kids, aren't they? And at the end of the day, every kid in the world could be a little bugger sometimes, but 9 times out of 10 you'd find that 90% of the time they were absolutely a joy to be around. This one here is Toby. He is 8. Oh, I do beg your pardon, Shannon. I forgot to tell you how old she is. She is 7. This one here is one of the wife's eldest. This is Kirk. He's a very intelligent little boy, a joy to be around, and if you like trains and train tracks and anything to do with trains, just go and have a chat with him. He's an absolute train fanatic, and I mean full on, all about trains. It's nice, mainly because it's something that you always know where you stand with him if you want to have a really good conversation, talk about trains. But yeah, all 5 of the kids are an absolute pleasure to be around. I'm honoured to be their father. I miss them dearly. But just to give you some sort of idea of mine and the wife's and the 5 children's life, we've always been very active parents, take them anywhere and everywhere, any chance we get. So the first one was me and William. This one is me and Shannon. This one here is me, William, Kirk, and then Toby. This one, it's my wife, Anne-Marie, myself, Toby, and then William. And each of these photos, don't get me wrong, all 5 children are there, but if they're not in the photo, but me and the wife are, then it's because we've got a relative or a friend stood or on another ride with whatever children aren't on the ride with us. I mean, that's days out. I also take them fishing. I've had all 5 of them down the beach with me fishing on different occasions. We've been to 18 different theme parks around the UK. Been to Butlins, been to Haven. We've done absolutely all sorts of them. And don't get me wrong, we ain't got money coming out of our ears. We're quite tight for cash. I spent many years working, but the last year or so I've been unemployed. Just before that I did start my own business, but when social got on our case and that, it kind of made it really hard, and I had to knock on the head. So yeah, but take you on further on, so to like one of the holidays and that. This here is one of the holidays we went on to Butlins, as you can see. I mean, you got the wife and myself, Leia, Toby and William, and then next to Thomas and the Pack Controller you got Kirk and Shannon. That was at Butlins, I do believe. Also again at Butlins. Now we have been to Butlins 2 or 3 times, but the kids love it each time we go. It's a picture of Bob the Builder. As you can see, all 5 children, myself and the wife. And we also managed to grab Bram and Sam. I'm going to have to lift you up into the air because the ones are above the from the window. But you've got the ones of us when we went to Haven, which is down in Weymouth. Now when we went to Weymouth to the Haven holiday down there, to look we see, we went to the Sea Life Centre. If you go there first, you then get, if you keep hold of your ticket, you then get to go down to the seafront after, and you got the that round turny thingy that you sit in, takes you up, and you can it turns you around slowly so you can see the whole of Weymouth from a very height. And it's a lot cheaper to go on to it if you go to the Sea Life Centre first. So hence we went to the Sea Life Centre umpteen different times. I don't really know what else really to say about my family other than that. This is them when they were younger. So that is Leia Lou, William, Shannon Shue, Toby and Kirk. As you can see, majority of the time, pretty much nearly all the time, my children have a smile on their face. That there is Shannon, Toby and Kirk. Shannon again, and that one's Winky. Young William. There you've got Shannon and Toby. So as you can see, during every single photo, literally, near enough, all 5 of my children are smiling, happy. Now, this is one of the ones that we went, like holiday when we went, and this was also in Weymouth. I think it was Way Bay, but as you can see, you've pretty much got all of them smiling except for William and Leia. But at that particular time they weren't too keen on the old stuffed bear suits and that, so whenever somebody come up to them dressed up in a bear suit or some sort of costume like that, they used to get quite nervy and quite freaked out by it. They soon got used to it. But just you get some sort of idea of who's in the picture. On my right you got myself, Leia, Shannon, Toby, William, my wife Anne-Marie, Kirk, my sister Sandra, her husband Martin, and that's Sebastian. That's my young nephew. The older one out of the 2, she's had another one since then. This particular holiday, it was only for the weekend. We went down on the Friday, come back on a Monday. It was a special one because my sister hadn't long been out of hospital. She was actually at death's door. She's lucky to be alive. This was about 3 years ago, I believe, if I remember rightly. Now, as I say, they've social